The song's fun. What is it? Maverick Hunter. That's good. Okay. Hello.
Oh, hey!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I didn't see you and K-Fox talking either. That's so weird. Sometimes I just don't get Discord notifications.
Oh, if I have it open on the desktop client and the desktop client's active, then I don't.
Yeah, but I don't think it was open at those times. Shit, maybe it was. But yeah,
Then
I've
once
noticed that too.
Once I become inactive after a certain amount of time, yeah, it'll then send me the notifications. But if it's active. I gotta check something.
I do know my phone was off at one point. That might also have done it. But damn it, I just want to blame the Discord app developer. I don't want it to be my fault. It's their fault.
Is it working? Oh, my drink's all the way over there. Oh. Alright, yeah, it's working. Cool, that's closed. My bot's watching, I'm watching, we're all good to go. My bot was on it. Oh, I should turn on my video game now. Bam. Video game is on. Window is in focus. I got the 160p going. It's great. So let me tell you.
Yes.
I got into work, right? And what? I should be in my Sentio, not in the Batmobile. Okay, good. I get into work today, and Zach's there, right? And he's like,
typical Zach.
He's like, he's super into Smash Bros, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's like, yo, did you see the direct or the Smash Bros presentation? He's like, the plant guy's in it. I'm like, the plant guy. You don't know his name? He's like, no, I don't. And I was like, oh my god. All right. You watch the direct, you're real pumped about it, but you have no idea what his name is. Not only that, but he's a classic Mario character.
Did he not know, or did he just like slip his mind?
He did not know.
That's pretty funny.
He saw it, right? And so it technically slipped his mind, but also he didn't know what it was in the first place, what the character's name was. It's Piranha Plant. He's...
I'm trying to think. If you had asked me before all this Smash stuff, what is the name of the plant in Mario? I might have struggled at first. Like, if it was multiple choice, I would have gotten it. Like, I know it's a piranha plant, but I'm not 100% sure I would have been able to conjure it up right away. I would have had to think about it. It's not something. It's not a topic I discuss frequently. I've obviously heard that it's the piranha plant. I knew that. But...
It's definitely something I know pretty damn well. He's like, well, I didn't grow up with Mario. I was like, I mean, I didn't know what his name was when I was a kid. Like, I didn't know it until like I was older. When I think probably when I first played Smash, I was like, oh yeah, that little plant guy's coming out of the tubes, and they're like, yeah, it's piranha plant. There's probably like a trophy or some shit of him, like Melee.
Damn.
Oh! I even tapped it too, but
Come on, teammate, what are you doing? Teammate,
okay, well...
damn it!
Oh, God, are people gonna get salty again? Okay.
What is that, like 7 games in a row now? We're just picking up where we left off last time.
Yeah. Can't handle a miscommunication. Like
I was ahead of the ball. Why would I hit that? That's on him.
Yeah. Not too much.
Am I gonna hit it?
I have to kind of wait.
Back to our side? Guess I could have tried to pass it to him, but
That's goaltending, teammate. What the fuck are you doing, dude? So then I was like, yeah, dude, and how about that single player mode? He's like, what? I was like,
oh my god.
The single player mode? I was like, it's called World of Light. It was at the end. He's like, oh, I didn't watch the direct.
What?
I was like, what the fuck? He's like, no, I just saw like the character reveals on Reddit. I was like, the fuck? There's way more to it than that. Are you fucking kidding me? You're the Smash guy. You were super hype. Asked me about the direct.
Talking about the direct specifically.
Did you see the direct?
Oh my god, because I didn't, but I know this one thing.
And so I was like, he's like, yeah, and I saw Ken. I was like, how about Incineroar? He's like, I don't know who that is. I was like, yeah, he's from Pokemon. He's in the game as a character. I don't have much boost. I actually have no boost. So.
You got this?
He's like, yeah, I was like, yeah, he's the starter in Sun and Moon. He's like, I didn't play Sun and Moon. I was like, I thought you said you just got Sun and Moon. He's like, I just got Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I'm like, he's the starter in that too. Like, he's the final evolution. He's like,
yeah,
oh,
I not have made it to the final evolution.
He's like, I played an hour of that game so far. I was like,
Still, how do you pick your starter if you don't even know what they're going to evolve into later?
yeah. I mean, some people are like, ooh, that one's cute. I want to see what it turns into, but
Fucking noobs. Just a bunch of fucking nubs.
So then he's like, dude, Piranha Plant looks OP. I was like, how?
What? How could you possibly call something OP?
It's like the game balance isn't even out yet.
What the hell?
And he's like, no, it just this move. He's like, this move combos with this move and this move. I was like, yeah, in the trailer. And wow, moves combo. No one does that.
Yeah, no other character can combo their moves.
And he's like, well, I'm not.
Holy shit.
By OP, I mean he looks like a character that I would enjoy. I'm like, that's not the definition of OP.
Different.
This is the guy that he says tons of things are OP. And totally disregarding what the word OP means.
That's insane.
Smushed it in.
The other team's probably not happy because I went for the goalie there. They're all gone so fast.
Just in general. People.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I had a customer today that I gave her a price and then she like haggled with the price, which that happens. But she's in like a really fancy like 3-car garage kind of house, driving a Mercedes, and I was like, all right, whatever. Even rich people want to haggle,
Right.
but and she like came out and was really disrespectful. After, oh, we got Rip City again, damn it. And was just like, this is unacceptable. I need you to do this and this. And I'm like, well, we charge for that shit. We don't just add that in. She's like, that's unacceptable. You have to do
This is unacceptable. You need to do extra stuff.
it. Yeah.
What?
Anyways, I did it partly because she got our name from another person in the neighborhood. And it's one of those neighborhoods that will like keep passing your name around, like, because they'll be like, oh, who did you get to do this work for you? And yeah, and just in general, try to be good at customer service kind of thing. And she and just in general, it's the way you he's gonna believe, isn't he? He already hates us.
Even though I scored fucking 3 goals in last night.
This guy's got a blue one that looked cool. Anyways, at the end, she gave me like $7 as a tip. She's like, "This is the cash that I had on me. There you go." I was like, "All right, thanks for the $7. You could have just paid me what I originally quoted you. I would rather than that." Remember
Yeah.
you talked me down on my price?
Oh my god. Do people tip for that sort of thing?
Sometimes. Not as often as they used to.
That didn't seem like a tipping kind of thing. Like, I can imagine somebody. What do you mean, okay? What are you okaying?
There's a lot of times that we will go like above and beyond, and people will respect that.
Yeah.
At night, hello, at night. It's not like
I'm not.
it's not like a waitress job.
This game is so good. Yeah, it is. It's so nice. It's so nice.
I love how he can't talk trash because he has 0 points.
What is that Hatsune Miku? Who is that?
Sure looks like it.
Looks like, but it's so small.
Just in general, don't treat people like shit.
For shit, they're gonna do your work for you. Like,
Yeah.
oh. Oh, fuck!
I'm shocked that Rip City hasn't left us.
Yeah, maybe he realizes that the part of the problem.
Or maybe he's
How's
saying
it going at night?
maybe he's saying okay as in like don't worry about it, that's okay. It's okay
Oh,
that things are going
Everything's fine. I'm okay with it.
on. Yeah.
In the grand scheme of the universe, I'm okay with this. I'm not dying. I wasn't bit by a rattlesnake. Ooh. Oh god, that guy wiggled it.
Coming back to the center.
Oh, fuck it!
Wait, what game are you so nicing? Is it Rocket League? You think Rocket League is so nice?
It is, it's really nice. It's a lot of fun.
You think Rocket League is so good it's nice?
I wouldn't have 2,000 hours in it. I didn't think it was fun. Rip City. Rip City was pretty bad.
Finally.
He was pretty bad in both games.
Sense the sarcasm. That's why the words are so long? It's so nice. It's so good.
That Hatsune
Now we got a
Miku?
wombat. Oh shit.
Is
Off
it
to a much
Gumi?
better start now that we don't have him.
Yeah, it's true.
Wait is gone.
Is that Gumi? Is that girl from Hunter x Hunter that has the weird like dog face, but is actually really adorable?
Yeah, that actually does look like that's Miku now that I'm looking closer.
Hey, hey.
Ho ho.
Hey, it's for horses. Oh, there's a guy there behind the ball. I didn't see him.
That's fine. Look at all these points I have now. The teammate's not holding me back.
Look how many points I have. 80.
More than he had when he left.
True. So I was watching Hunter x Hunter last time. Doing the thing, right? Just doing the
You dastardly boy.
And I watched the episode where the big villain died.
Nice.
The big man villain.
Yeah, I remember you saying you were getting close to the end.
And for one, I didn't expect the villain to die that way.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like with a, you know, a massive punch or attack. It was more of a whimper. For two, I didn't expect myself to cry so goddamn much.
Wow. You're
Oh
sad
my
that the
God.
guy died?
It was kind of, but it was more. It's complicated, but it was so sad.
That's a good sign that it was able to get you emotionally invested enough to cry.
And that cry that the villain died too.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a typical thing where it's like, oh well. I went too far ahead of it. Fuck. It wasn't like, oh, all of a sudden we're gonna give backstory about the villain that's gonna make you be sad about him. No, it was different than that. Way different. Level 275, got another window. Okay, give me everything, please. Oh, I got a painted thing. I gotta check it out.
Ooh, 2 more Rocket Pass tiers to Lametta Key.
I got green laser wave. Right?
This is Rocket Pass is gonna end November like 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I was gonna change my avatar border for even more shit going on. Wait, what? Is it more? Oh, it's like colored in the wings. I don't like it though. I want to color it different. Oh, I gotta put on the colors.
I watched the episode where Midori and Todoroki have their fight. Ends in
Midoriya.
one big ass blast. That's where it ended. It was like right after the big blast, and it's like, oh, he's out of bounds, so he loses. Cute inventor girl had her fight. That was awesome. Because she fights against Rocket Legs, and basically spends the entire time showing off all of her stuff.
Yeah.
And completely destroying him, and then just steps out like, okay, I've finished my presentation. I'm done. Awesome. I knew I was gonna like her.
Yeah, she's like, companies, come hire me.
Yeah. What do I give a shit if I win this fight or not?
We're not getting any candy corn anymore, though.
Poor me.
I was 11 points away from getting another thing. One match.
I didn't get a decal for the Mantis, I think. That was the one thing I didn't get.
Psycho
I
Mantis.
don't even have that car. You got this, Squall. I believe in you.
Yeah, that ball is sure is a flying.
Damn it! Squall's gonna leave, watch.
Probably.
Oh! Just needed a better angle. I might have had that.
Squall hit it. Oh, Squall's so good.
That guy took the side boost, then followed me and took our back boost as well, so I was completely out of boost, and then goes and saves it after all that. He had me dead to rights. He could have just let that go in because I didn't have the boost to save it, thanks to him. But nope.
Squall!
I needed something from you there. Damn it!
Boost. I thought I had
There's a
did.
teammate.
I feel like I'm sitting. That guy's just bulky.
Yeah. I wonder if that's because we didn't have a third.
Maybe. You felt bad.
It's not even that bad of a strategy when we've only got 2 players.
Whoa, that was a flaggy.
Well, we only conceded 1, so this is still doable. I'd do her. I'd do her if she only had 1 goal.
What would be that goal? To be done?
To be done. She woke up this morning and said, I hope I get done today.
I hope I get done. I hope I complete.
Hope someone duns me.
Done.
What is this team doing?
I don't
A
know.
lot of, like, crazy... God damn.
There was a guy just following me for boost again, like happened to you, but I just pretended like I needed boost. I was like, I got like half the tank, so I'm just gonna divert away and not care. Not doing that much to me, dude. Fuel efficient soap. He's like going for bumps.
Did you see Thunderfoot's video?
Yep.
It's
So
pretty
that's
cool that they contacted him for comment on the Hyperloop.
Yeah, one.
Teammate.
That was a bit of a goofy hit there. Get like down in front of me and bounce it over. Like, or no, behind me. And in front of teammate.
Yeah, he caught teammate like a deer in the head. Oh shit, his ping! Oh boy. Didn't do shit if your ping's that bad. Oh, it's open!
So yeah, I think it's funny that they just like, oh yeah, Elon Musk do Hyperloop. It's the Hyperloop.
That's one of the biggest things, because at this point, I know Elon Musk will just say weird shit. It's not that surprising anymore. The real story of his videos is the media coverage now. It's like,
Yeah.
God, look how much they're sucking him off because it gets clicks and viewers. How about the thing where it was like, boy, I hope the tunnel looks all disco-y like this. Like, why? Why would the tunnel need to be lit up? fucking
Yeah.
on your phone, and you may not even be able to see anything because, like, why would you need to make windows for your tunnel, or for your cars in the? Oh shit! Oh, I made it.
Well, yeah, I mean, at the Denver International Airport, and like their little tiny metro system they have there, I think it gets all disco-y inside of it. And in the grand scheme of things, the disco lights aren't going to be anywhere near as much work and cost. It's kind of the easy part, but it's still also kind of like...
Yeah, it's,
Well,
it's certainly focusing on the wrong thing. Like, people worried about what the tunnel's gonna look like.
Well, that's what... Look at people, they're so simple, and they don't, like... They don't understand this Hyperloop nonsense whatsoever.
Yeah.
And...
That's the biggest thing, and that's the first thing I would have said to the reporter, is about the vacuum chamber. Because he's going all in about, like, wind pressure and shit. It's like, man, they...
He did talk about the vacuum
I know he did. It's just like, that's the first thing... That's, to me, that seems to be the biggest... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Because all the other stuff is like, sure, you can make a fucking subway. No one thought you couldn't make a subway. It's the difficulty and the dangers of the vacuum chamber that make it outlandish.
Yeah.
Which again, he did talk about. But he was like going into stuff about how airplanes use the sky because less wind resistance and shit. I'm like, that's not real. That's not really the problem.
Well, he's saying that for the problem of like non-vacuum chamber tubes, because like,
but
the non, because Elon Musk's underground tunnel wasn't even a hyperloop. It's literally just stick your car in it and go.
Yeah, just the loop. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
This one's not hyper.
Oh, I really want that to go forward more.
Damn, I really want to put this team away. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Big miss, big miss.
Touch it. I also like how people are like really pumped about that loop, like probably because they get it confused with the hyperloop.
That one announcer was like, "What the hell is the point of of testing it?" That was great. That one, I don't like that morning show thing, whatever. But yeah,
they said like, "What's the point in testing it?" I don't remember.
Yeah, because it was like the 2-mile track is going to be available for testing or some shit. It's like open to the public on the very next day, so you can drive your car for 2 miles down the tunnel. And oh no, you need to get back. Oh shit, 2v1. You missed. Okay.
Oh, that guy's really fucking off there.
I didn't have any boost.
Yeah, really, what's the point of testing it well? Just to make sure nothing goes wrong initially.
No, I think she was saying like, why would anyone like want to go down there and just drive in a tunnel?
Oh,
because he was like, it's gonna be open to the public.
Well, I thought she meant because there's 1 day of internal testing and then the public can go down. Well, I tested for the one
I'd
day.
have to listen to her again, I guess.
But like,
But yeah, I mean, you're just driving in a tunnel. I don't know if it's gonna be all that exciting. And yeah, reaching speeds of 155 miles an hour. Like, yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
yeah. There was parts of Thunderfoot that he was like really talking about how he's not the first person to propose this idea. I'm like, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
this is true. He's not, but he's still putting he's still doing all this shit, right? Like, it doesn't matter if he's the first person to propose a
Right.
subway system.
Exactly.
If he's making a subway system, that's cool.
If he's iterating on it, that's still progress. Especially the SpaceX thing. He's like, you're not the first one to land a rocket. And I was like, okay, well, that's really missing the point. If some Elon Musk fanboy is like, he's the greatest thing ever, look at him being the first one to ever land a rocket like that. Sure, you can educate them on how it's been done before, but he's clearly doing.
He's improved upon it dramatically.
Yeah, and he's doing good work because NASA is using his fucking rockets to resupply the ISS. So clearly he's getting something right in the SpaceX department. It's just like that's the only angle of attack he has. Is like, you're not the first one to do it. Me. It's like oh, have you seen the new Google? Oh shit, I got greedy. Like, have you seen the new Note 7 or whatever? And someone goes, psh, you know, Apple came out with an iPhone already. They did that like back in 2000, whatever.
Apple came out with the first smartphone.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, missing the point. So I guess we can never give credit to anyone who improves on a design now because they weren't the first ones to make it.
Yeah. But also, his idea isn't, in terms of an idea, isn't like spectacular. His like him creating a subway system because he wants to is great. Because we need subway systems, I think. Like in order to improve like efficiencies of things and travel and stuff. Subways are great.
Especially if they're cheap public transport, that's fantastic.
His subway system, I also think, with the whole put a car on a fucking sled thing, I think that's stupid.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
If you're gonna make a subway system, make a fucking train.
Yeah.
Transport a shit ton of people.
There's a reason we make subways like that. That's the best way to do it.
Stop putting my 2-ton vehicle. Like, I can understand if there was an option for my vehicle to go on there, like because I want to transport my vehicle that far so then I can drive around and stuff, right? Like drive from there, and it would save on gas and all that. Fine, I understand, but
it's just really inefficient and stupid. It'd be so much better to it's better to just have the train. You can put your car on like a car carrier if you want it delivered somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, this is same day, right? And you're already in it, so you just drive off and go and do your recreational activities or whatever. But like in general, for day-to-day transportation, really dumb.
It's still like efficient and inefficient and stupid to do with just a car.
Yeah,
that's transporting a lot of extra stuff.
Oh, yep. Just going in regardless. But that guy couldn't hit it very well.
But the Hyperloop specifically, he has been selling as like, I invented this. I've even come up with a name for it. Want to hear it? Hyperloop.
Yeah, what to hear? That's
so, you know, if he had been proclaiming that he invented the first ever landing rocket, then alright, but I don't think he has. No! Damn it! Because I'm sure Thunderfoot would have shown video of that by now if he had.
yeah.
He would have shown that and then shown how he's not the first, but I think it's more just like
Oh! Oh! Damn, what a pinch! Oh, that was great.
If you wanna highlight how people assume he's invented all this shit and say like he wasn't the first to do it, then I get that. But specifically the SpaceX thing, I haven't seen anyone saying that he invented it.
Like that time with the Rubik's Cube thing for me. Like they were like, oh, this company made the biggest Rubik's Cube ever.
Oh yeah.
And I sent
What
it
was
to you,
the
and
cat?
it like it was either because both of these things. Oh no, I know which one it was. It wasn't the largest Rubik's Cube.
Freestand or something like that.
Yeah, it was the largest freestanding, but they like, oh, largest Rubik's Cube, and then they put the freestanding part was the fact that it was on a fucking stand. The other guy's larger Rubik's Cube was sitting on the ground. The feat wasn't the fact that it was on a stand. The feat is the fact that it's that it's the biggest
how
Rubik's
enormous it
Cube.
is.
So don't, if you know what, that guy can put it on a stand if you want. It would become
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
when it comes to like firsts and inventions and stuff, you can be like, actually.
Oh.
Really glad I waited a little bit there. I don't think I'm... Oh, go
Oh.
Oh, I was
Damn, that
jumping
almost
too.
worked. I was back for the pass.
I was trying to jump for it and like get air grabs. Oh.
Man, if only I hadn't screwed up at the start and oh, look out! What the hell was that, teammate?
I'm not ready for that though.
Oh, teammate, why?
I tried to shoot it to the side too, but I was
You said you got it.
I failed, Joe. I don't know what he did. He must have really fucked with it. But...
I think he was trying to do a fancy kickoff and just ruined it.
I'll play with him again. I don't care. He's a good teammate.
You know,
Regardless
what
of
I
his
what I
grade.
appreciate is that I made the first mistake. I screwed up on our first kickoff and let the goal in, and he said no problem right away. Like he could have been a dick to me before he made his mistakes, but he was friendly even before all that. So, you know, as I've said before, I care more about attitude than skill. Like,
Yeah.
even if you suck, if you're not being a dick about it.
Also decision making. I get a little upset about, but it's not like I hate you. It's more of like, why did you think that was a good idea?
Right.
It's like that's completely.
Because I mean, like, if a teammate goes up for an aerial and misses, like that happens to everybody. Nobody's mechanically perfect. If you decide to go for boost because you want to be the one with all the glory, that's a different thing. You made a conscious choice to screw us over, selfishly or whatever. I think that's the difference. But that was him doing. That was a mechanical mistake on his part, taking that kick off. He just fucked it up. So it's hard for me to be mad about that, because Lord knows I make a mechanical mistake in every match.
No.
I know.
Oh, you
I know. It's hard to believe. I mean, if they're really bad, that's annoying. Right. If they're making all sorts of mistakes, then it's just like, well, I don't want to play with you because you're bad, really bad.
You don't seem like you're at our skill level, or you're drunk.
That's different. But again, it's not even so much that like I hate you or I find you annoying. It's just this is going to cause me all sorts of grief. Yes!
Muscled it into the center there. I like. Oh god, teammate. Oh, okay, good. I left him high and dry. I had the boost. But he also came up with me for some reason. I don't know. We get a couple extra hits on that. I think the Elon Musk voice should be like.
Ah!
Would you like to hear what it's called? Would you like to hear it?
I have a name for it already.
Or a name for it?
Oh, it's not hybrid. You like it? Yeah, it's a good name.
That came up. Okay.
You want to buy
came up with the-
You want to buy a not a flamethrower?
You know, I want to make a candy store, but I'm not gonna.
What?
He said he wants to make a candy store. Oh, teammate! You didn't need to hit that. I was gonna hit it.
Yeah, I think I could have even gotten to that before it went in. I was on my way, and then I saw him there. I was like, oh. I didn't hear the candy store one.
Yeah, he put on Twitter, he's like, I love anime. I want to make a mag.
Okay, see, that annoys me.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a mech.
Oh,
He also tweeted that. Dude, you're not gonna make a mech though. Stop. Anything you say that you want to do, people think you're gonna think you're gonna do it.
I remember someone being like, "Why don't we just have Elon Musk take a crack at global warming?" It's like, all right, guys, fucking
Stop. He's not. Yes, he will. He's gonna go to China and reform every single factory. He's gonna change the government regulation in China.
couldn't stop our government from doing it when he was on the science advisory board or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Not that I blame him for not stopping Trump. Getting our asses kicked now. It's like the dude has a shitload of money, so if he gets excited about something, he can just kind of go do it. Or he can hire a whole bunch of really smart people to do it.
Oh, I really fucked my input there.
It's almost like if you can bring a good idea that just needs funding to him.
Fuck.
He's like an investor that is internet savvy, basically.
Yeah.
He's like a rich investor that's internet savvy, so we've all brought something to his attention that he could actually fix by throwing money at the problem.
He's not like, yeah, he's tech savvy, sort of. He's not an old fart that's usually in the government that just like barely can work his cell phone.
He watches anime. he likes anime, unlike those fucking assholes we have to vote for.
He knows what anime is.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the elections are tomorrow.
That's another thing. I wonder if he actually likes anime, or if he's just saying that to appeal to the kids. You know?
Either one of those things. Neither one would surprise me. I know he said he watches Rick and Morty with his kids, which it's not anime, but it's close enough in that wheelhouse that it wouldn't surprise me if he watches anime. Not that it changes much of anything. He does.
No, it doesn't mean anything to me. It would mean something to me if he was just like a wannabe-a-boo, rather than.
Yeah, I mean, if he could have just said it as a joke, I guess, as because he was like, "Send me your dank memes," so he could just be trying to do internet humor, I guess. It makes you wonder though, because his persona is kind of part of the company now. If it wasn't for the dumb shit that he says on Twitter, that tech savvy, silly kind of CEO nature certainly seems to help their company. Like, people know about them and talk about them and shit.
Well, they gotta, they start appealing to the kids of our generation, the people that are actually coming in with all their money now, and we're starting to have jobs.
Teslas are selling like hotcakes.
I want a Tesla, for fuck's sake. Be a nice commuting car.
I don't know where I would charge mine.
A house?
Isn't there like a house thing that you can convert?
Yeah. Problem is, though, is like my roommates, right? Like, it's like the electric bill. I have to split the electric bill. How the fuck do I calculate?
Yeah.
Is there a way? Can I do it? So that would. But we do have
Probably
charging
is.
stations at my work.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I would probably need to do it. I just bring it to work, charge it up.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that like week off, with like a week of vacation time though, if it would die.
Probably not. It probably keeps a charge. Drove it around for that week, yeah. It would. But, Duracell batteries can last 10 years in storage at least. Speaking of batteries, Mike doesn't have much time on his battery left. The San Andreas reference. So, that's when the guy was like, he had a cell phone, he was in like the back of a truck. They're like taking him to the airport or whatever, and you're tracking him by his cell signal.
And so they had to up the stakes. They're like, you gotta hurry up because his battery's dying. Won't be able to track him anymore.
Yeah. But I get to work, and I'm like, all right, time to turn on the power on everything again, get everything cooking. And guy, he doesn't know the wheel signal. But so I get in. I don't have boost. Thank you, Chipper. I drove away from it like a cool guy.
Yeah.
I had no boost.
I thought Chipper hit it again right there.
Um,
Chipper's like, no, I scored this.
No,
Like,
just
saving
no.
my own goal.
Get it in there.
What kind of kickoff was that? He like stopped right when he got to
Take him out. But
Chipper. He made an
Chipper was
attempt.
gonna
He
have that.
jumped.
no, I think he drove off the inner wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did.
I'm gonna say, like, how did he
He
get
touched
that much
it.
air?
He touched it because the camera was on him. What a champ. But I get in, and 2 of my keyboards won't work. They're wireless keyboards. I'm like, what the fuck? Then, like, so you have to, like, sync the keyboard with the dongle. You gotta hit the connect button. And so I'm trying to sync one keyboard. It's not working like crazy. So I grab the other keyboard and hit sync, and it syncs with the other one's dongle.
Nice.
And for fuck's sake, I have this thing. Oh! I have this thing labeled. Like, it's labeled for this particular dongle. Like, I don't want it to be syncing with this other one now. Especially because it's a keyboard and mouse combo. So now the mouse that has the same label on it will be on the wrong dongle because
Right.
the mice were synced.
You have to like pull that dongle out while you connect them.
Yeah, so I pulled the dongle out and I got it synced with the right one. I was like, sweet. So I put in the other one, and I start trying to sync that one.
Oh shit.
And it has been real bad.
It's got 0 points.
Been missing everything. It also
Not
has
its fault,
AI
it's AI.
in the wrong, like, either font or font size. Like, both.
Oh, they got a teammate. Oh, now it's on.
Hopefully he's just as much of a handicap as ours is.
Got him.
So I sit there for like 20 minutes and It was more than 20 minutes, but I tried syncing it for a long time. Could not get it to work. You know how fucking frustrating it is? I'm just hitting a connect button for like so long in different ways, just tons of things. It's none of it's working. So I just threw it away.
You threw it away?
Yep. Like this thing's not working. I tried different batteries. I had fucking 8 different batteries I tried.
Update drivers or something?
You don't need to update drivers. I tried it on 3 different devices.
Oh wow. Okay. And then
2 computers, a KVM switch, and a mouse switch. Because we have mice switches to go between different computers. So, like, it's like fuck this. And then the one guy's like, yeah, you put it like right next to it. I'm like, okay. So I have it right next to it, right? I was like within a foot, so I don't know why right next to it.
yeah, I don't know if proximity was your problem.
But I did it right next to it anyway. But I'm like, well, where do I put right next to it? The keyboard is like over a foot long. If the antenna is on one side, it's going to be pretty much the same distance as it was earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is. I just tried it in different positions and like the middle, this side, the other side. It's just none of it was working.
I'd be very surprised if proximity was the problem.
Yeah.
Maybe there was just really bad interference today for some reason.
Well, I mean, the other one synced though, so like.
Yeah.
Oh god, I was afraid he was gonna hit me there. I don't think I would have had it anyway.
It's weird because it was working before. What has changed in the?
Well, since the power went out, it probably desynced.
Right. No, I get that.
So whatever syncing functionality is just fucked for some reason. I think it's the initial syncing functionality, right? Not it won't allow, because the other keyboard connected. Or maybe it's the keyboard's fault. That keyboard though, like I broke the E key off of it, so the E key cap, I should say.
Damn it.
Not too sad about it.
I was gonna say maybe a new dongle would fix it up.
But the other one worked with that dongle, so I just ran out. So I went downstairs and said, do you have another wireless keyboard mouse combo? Because mine won't work. And of course, Martin comes up to me and then asks me if I tried, and he gives me all these troubleshooting tips. I was like, yes, Martin. I tried all of that. What do you... Come on, dude. Did you try holding the button? Yes! I tried.
My God.
What the fuck? There's
Try
3
turning
things.
it off and back on again.
Yeah. There's 3 things you can do with buttons. Press them once, press them multiple times, or hold it. I tried it for varying lengths of time. Like maybe I'm holding it too long.
Oh shit, what a shot.
It's like maybe I'm holding it too long.
You said you tried batteries too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what else you can do at that point.
I tried, oh, maybe this battery's broken, so I'm going to pair it with this other
Logitech?
one. No, it's my company.
Okay.
Background keyboard and mice. Obviously, we get a juicy corporate discount buying from our own company.
Oh my god!
So, yeah. It was the most pain.
Oh, with 4 seconds, we go to 4 to 4. What? Give him the what for?
Oh!
Go with me here. Just see.
444. Oh! That was a close.
Teammate. Oh my god. Can you imagine a 4-second comeback? It usually takes me much longer than 4 seconds to get my comeback.
You had a good pass that one time, but dude,
I mean, he kind of just slammed it into the side wall. That's the kind of stuff we've been doing.
he's got like no hustle. I haven't seen him hardly doing any front flips ever.
Shit, took a bad catch there. Oh, that was almost it. Yeah, I bumped the goalie. Oh man, you gotta do what you gotta do though. Their defense was boldness.
Teammate's bad. I don't want him. I'm out of here.
Yeah, they're team anyways. Ooh, they got leveled up. What did I get? What did I get? A parrot. Mage Blast 3.
Colored?
Yeah. Let's see. That's an antenna.
I got an orange one.
It's black.
Black would go with my car too. I got an orange one. I like the orange because it goes with orange.
Let me see what it looks like. Nope, that's an antenna. I don't want to trade. I want to. Ah, shit! I'm in inventory. Damn it.
I really wanted to talk to girl at Mad Greens today.
Mad greens? That's what it was. What did I call it last time? Like leafy greens?
I don't know. God, I really wanted to talk to her about the show, but she's not there. I'm gonna tell her, be like, I've been itching to talk to you. I'm gonna say that.
Ooh. She's like, oh my god,
Oh my god, I almost shot that in.
you've been itching to talk to me about what? I finished that show.
I cried.
She's like, wow. I was gonna ask for your number, but I didn't realize you were such a pussy. Such a pussy.
No, girls love that shit.
That's why I thought it would be funny if she's the exact opposite.
She wants a burly man. There's no emotions. And oh yeah, and the main character's transformation. Oh, he got that. He like transformed or whatever, which it wasn't much of a transformation. It was different, but that
It's
was
not
pretty nuts.
It's not an anime if somebody doesn't transform.
Yeah, it's true. It was. Oh!
Teammate.
Tried to wedge it in.
I mean, even Pokemon, they evolve. Yu-Gi-Oh has transformations. I'm pretty sure. Dragon Ball Z has transformations.
Bleach.
Gundam.
Oh! Yep.
They can transform.
Certain ones, especially like the Double Zeta Gundam. Transforms.
Oh, damn it.
Confused.
Yeah, I was making some bad plays there.
There's also the Unicorn Gundam that just like has its armor kind of pop out and it goes into to show its psycho frame. I believe that's what
That was a good shot.
it was just a good shot. That guy's pretty good.
Is there anybody in My Hero that can transform? There's all sorts of powers, but
Yes.
kind of thick.
I mean, how would What do you classify as transform?
Well, at this point, I'm trying to keep the meme alive, so I'm willing to accept just about anything.
I mean, there's All Might, which is the obvious one.
Yeah, that works. That's fine.
But then there's other people that like transform parts of their body and stuff.
No, I think it counts.
There's one guy that kind of transforms his whole body. You'll see.
Oh, I had it, but I dropped it. Damn it! I'm playing so badly in this match.
Less of a transformation sequence thing and more of like, this is just my ability.
Naruto had transformations. Full Metal Alchemist has transformations.
Everything shown.
Yeah.
Shaman King. I think that was the point of Shaman King.
What about Hunter? Yeah, 'cause Hunter, you get some transformation action.
Well, that was what started this.
Oh, that's
Main
right. Yeah.
character.
That's right. That's right.
But then also other characters do too. But it was like I said, it was less of a transformation sequence, more of like a.
Sailor Moon, Ronin Warriors.
Wasn't even that.
Yeah,
You
that's
wanna
why,
know.
That's why Cowboy Bebop is such a shitty show. Not a single transformation the whole time.
Yeah. If you want to know what it is, I'll tell you. I don't care about spoilers.
That's fine.
He just like ages instantly to like older,
It's interesting.
and it's.
The main
I
character
don't know.
does?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's reversible. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
That's not
I've been.
something I would have expected.
Yeah. There's a lot of the way, like I said, the way that the main villain guy died was like, what? Like I didn't expect him to die at this. It wasn't even like I fought you and I did a bigger punch or a laser beam.
You even go vote tomorrow?
I can you like send in early ballots for you? Hey?
I think so. I've never done it.
I would never go on election day. I would only mail in.
Well, have you mailed yours in?
No, I would. I don't have time to research stuff because I'm too busy making stuff, model kits, and
I'm not judging.
I know you're not. If you were judging, you would say that that was wrong of me, the thing that I said. I was afraid of you judging. Ooh. If I wasn't there in that triple, I would have went in probably.
Oh, story of my life.
Oh, that triple that was bad.
If I wasn't there when all three people mashed together,
Yeah.
wouldn't have gone in.
Blocked it with his asshole. With a big old asshole.
He's got 3 goals, so I'm not too worried about it.
You wanna see my asshole?
Stop asking.
Oh shit!
I already said yes. Jeez.
I came up with a name for it. You want to hear it?
Not really, but I need to know. I don't want to know, but I have to. It's
I'm
part of
currently
lore.
I'm currently interviewing you for a live studio audience. I have to know. God, I would love it if Elon Musk that happened to him eventually. We're like, oh, people were like real skeptical of him and shit, to a point where they're just like, he's just like, yeah, dude, came up with a new idea. You want to hear it? Yeah.
No, I don't.
And they're like,
I haven't.
what is it, Elon? Like,
What now?
oh my God, they're visiting him at the home. Not like the retirement home, but the insane
The
asylum.
insane
Guys, I
That was
have
so
an
great
idea.
when Thunderfoot's like, we'll call them hyperpods. I was like, that's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah, no, it's the Hyperloop, but without the vacuum chamber. It's not underground either, so it's
And you
actually
you can control it personally.
you control it personally, like with wheels.
Oh man.
We'll call it hyperpods.
There's also a PSA Sitch video, but I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, that was.
Damn it.
PSA Sitch was pretty good. Oh, okay.
I would have watched it, but watched that last episode, recent episode of My Hero, and then I ran out of time.
They visit Elon. He's just coming up with really dumb ideas.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they're like contradictory ideas. They're like,
Because he got stuck in traffic and then was like, we need a better solution. What if my car could go underground? So I love the idea that like he's in the old folks home. He's like he can't get his like pudding cup open. He's like, we need to invent something.
we need to. Hold on, if we.
The hyper yogurt.
Yeah, the hyper knife.
Also has to have an X.
Yeah, X.
The,
Oh.
The hyper cup X.
No, I didn't mean to put wow. Or like really dumb stuff like, ooh, if I, God, I always, my cup, I fill it up too much and it just pours over the side. What if I drill holes in the bottom? Right, then it won't overfill.
It will never overfill. Oh,
Right.
now there's water all over my lap. I'll need to invent something to fix that problem.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll need to,
He goes from
some sort of catching system.
One problem to the other. Just everything he invents creates a new problem for him to invent.
He says that this is like Rube Goldberg machine of like
Yeah.
stuff.
And it's all got like fancy marketing and shit because people still think he's a genius.
Yeah.
It's all got like fancy lettering and shit. Oh my god, just kill me.
Or I can imagine him with the cup that always overfills. He's got like a catching and a fountain system that like cycles it back in. Like those fountains that you put outside of your home.
Yeah.
Just
It's
cycles.
endlessly renewable.
Yeah. You just don't drink any of it.
Solar
guys.
powered. It's just like gravity fed. Still, it's hooked up to a solar panel.
No, it's like operated by a human. He's just like lifting a bucket and pouring it in the top.
He calls that guy, that like handler, he just calls him solar panel.
Yeah.
It's completely powered by solar. My name's Greg.
No, your solar panel.
Your name is solar.
His voice has gotten progressively grovelier.
He's only like 56, but he's... Yeah, that's not it. Your name is solar.
I became this way because all the pollution. It's not solar powered. Elon, the pollution's gone way down, dude.
I like
anime.
I still like anime.
I still like anime. It's. Do you want the dankest anime? I got it right here. That's Gumby, sir. That's the animated Gumby. That's not even Japanese.
It's not even Japanese.
No.
You wouldn't get it.
There was a Japanese guy on the staff.
You know, I built a mech.
I invented the Japanese guy that was on the staff.
I invented him.
Well, this has been easy.
Elon, you really have to stop. Yeah, well, you're a pedophile.
You're a
Don't
bit.
forget, that's his go-to insult.
That's his go-to insult. He hates everything. Everybody he hates, he's just like, you're a pedophile.
You're a pedophile.
Even objects. Stubs his toe. Goes to the table. He's just like, you're a
Other
pedophile.
kids.
Other kids.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
Then the one actual pedophile, he gets pissed at and doesn't call him a pedophile. You're a. Oh god. What do I call this man?
Ooh, let's go in the right direction, teammate. Man, putting on a clinic.
Jesus. My. We all have like even points too. Like,
420 and I've got the least. Not by much, but yeah, that was a good match. Elon, stop making it so easy to make fun of you.
He is really a joke at this point. Like he's got great stuff, but he's just a joke.
Have you seen the picture of him when he like was running PayPal and he's like balding?
Oh.
His hairline is like really far back. He looks like he's a middle-aged suburban dad. But you know, you can get that shit fixed when you're rich.
Oh, there's a person that they introduced in the Hunter x Hunter that has a very strange and interesting power. They're able to grant wishes, but
That's ridiculous.
but if you ask them, so like if somebody asks for a wish, then the person will then later ask 3 requests after that, right? So it starts with a wish initially, and we'll ask 3 requests after that. Depending on the last wish that was asked, the requests are of like varying magnitudes of like difficulty to complete. So
What happens if you don't do them?
you must complete 3 requests in order for them to be ready for another wish.
Okay.
In order to, if you deny 4 requests, the same person denies 4 requests in a row, they die.
Oh Jesus.
But the person that made the last wish doesn't have to fulfill these requests, right? It's anybody. So it's like if whoever made the last wish could just go away and have a good day and never have to do anything ever again.
That's nuts.
Doesn't have to interact. But then, but the depending on the magnitude of the wish and the magnitude of like the requests and whatnot. Oh god, you just got double teleported. It might not just be you that dies. It might be you and your closest loved one. Or after that, it is it's people that you spend the most time with, from most to least. So depending on the request, you might have thousands of people die based on how much time that you spend with them.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So this power is pretty nuts.
That is.
And like, so the family that this person's a part of is like scared to interact with them because they're like, what do we do? Like, if they start asking us requests and we deny them, we could have a whole bunch of people. We can have our entire family die.
Yeah.
So they're like locked up in this underground room that has like 4 doors, 4 like massive steel doors blocking her off and shit. And they've used her and him for the same character, like just interchangeably. Where are you like, okay, like I mean, whatever, I'm fine with it, but also it's just confusing because they'll be like, yeah, he's blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden, like one of the main characters.
Both pronouns, you're saying?
Yeah.
That is strange.
And the main character at one point's just like, she's my sister, and I'm like, what? She's a girl, and I'm like, what are they on about? So she seems like she has girl voice and girl whatever, but there's another character in the show that was that exact same way, but at least that character had it consistent within whatever media that character was in. So like, I think the manga had like the character be a girl.
God, that was awesome.
The manga had the character be a girl or something, and then the anime had the character be a guy, and then some other guide or like reference thing had it be a certain gender. The anime though gave her more boobs than in the manga, even though it's
Anime
dude or something. Like more boob,
Oh,
more bob.
you just cut out, so I didn't hear.
So that character was very confusing. Too.
Okay, so it's hot, either whatever it is.
It's cute. It's not like incredibly hot, but there when you search porn, like I've done that, but you know if you do,
Mhm. When that happens.
uh,
What? How did that not go in?
most people depict that character as a girl.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna get more traction if you go female.
But I figured there would be more Fuda
Mm-hmm.
if that was the case because it's so confusing. But that wasn't the case. But anyway, so this character is like a little kid, the one that does the wishes.
Oh, okay. So when I said hotter, that was
Well, no, the
put you in a weird spot.
no. So the one character I was just talking about that was not a girl, like a cat girl. The second one that had the gender ambiguity.
The gender ambiguous person is not the wish fulfilling person.
Both it is the wish fulfilling person, and there's another character. That is.
Okay.
There's two different characters.
You're telling me this show has more than one character in it?
Yeah, more than
Wow.
one gender ambiguous character. But so like the little kid asks for like really nuts requests too, like, and it seems like the kid can't control it or something. It's very strange. It's not like the character's like an adult and is just like, if I get you this, you have to do what I want.
Yeah.
This is like kid, and the kid's like, lift me up, give me a piggyback ride. At one point, give me your liver.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. It's like, what? Okay. This is why? Okay. And like when they die, it's like real gross.
What a freeze!
You're welcome. The character like when they die, they like smush. They get all smushed and just crunch. It's real gross.
The people that refuse the requests
Yeah.
get smushed.
They get like smushed, and it's not like they get smushed into just bits. You know, they have bits left over that are all smushed. It's real gross. Yeah, you put me up, put me up, put me up. Jolt Bangle. Oh, I got a pink one now. Or purple? I don't know. I am champion. Oh, okay, it's PRB time. Oops. It's not starting soon. Whoops, doodles. Are you ready?
So it turns out that I actually do have enough candy corn to buy the mantis thing.
Oh.
So that's everything. Except I
time.
didn't realize I didn't get the little Halloween pumpkin, the pumpkin trick or treat basket topper. So I actually had more candy corn than I realized, but also more things to purchase than I realized. But
You're pretty much in the same spot.
I actually don't like the trick or treat basket anyways. So yeah, I missed out on one thing. I'm like 20 short of getting everything. But
For fuck's sake.
also doesn't bother me in the least. Whoa!
Oh my god.
The puck hit me harder than I hit the puck. I couldn't get over there to save the second time. Look how
He just
my wheels
bounced.
weren't even on the ground yet.
I was thinking, you know, if I were to have a female butler,
Female
I don't
butt.
think it would be hot though.
Female butt.
If I have a girl around my house all the time, I might want to look at her ass. And she's not gonna have an ass.
Excuse me?
Female butlers don't have asses. They're buttless. They're buttresses.
Buttresses. I see.
I'll save that teammate. Oh, what a teammate. Oh, the floppy puck. Oh, it was so floppy. I thought I had it.
Seems like he kind of just let you do whatever you wanted there.
Yeah, he did.
Just
Oh, that
like-
guy almost murdered
He's
me.
like, should I turn around? Should I just let him shoot it? I guess I will.
I was really glad it popped in the air because I wanted it to pop that.
Oh,
He may really should have stayed in that.
he was.
I mean,
he came up a little bit, but he was still right in the center.
what is that? I ramped off of it.
He was driving towards it, then like moved out of the way. I enjoyed our exchange in Discord of poor grammar choices
Yeah.
and silly company names.
That ball thing I found today. Like, I was buying exercise handballs to like build up my middle finger strength after it got fucked up. I was also buying like compression gloves and there's like you can buy these rubber band expander things for your fingers. That
Wait, what are you doing?
You can get like opening force.
Is it still bothering you just as much?
No, it's better now. It's just like I get a twinge every once in a while.
Huh.
So
I was gonna make a joke about the fact that it says mini-sized, like 9 inches small. I was gonna make a joke about that. It's called My Cock 9 inches small, and I was gonna be like, yeah, it's pretty small.
yeah, I didn't even notice that. It was tiny though. If you looked at the girl's hand for like a yoga ball or whatever, it was.
Oh
like,
yeah, it's tiny. I figured
it was
it out.
real small. It was like the size of a kickball almost.
Yeah,
And here's your yoga ball to sit on. What?
which is
I guess it's more of an exercise ball than anything. Do stuff with it rather than sit on it.
we're losing a snow day.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Just when I started to think that we were the greatest snow dayers.
Hit it, teammate! Scooted a little too forward too fast. But... Oh!
It's hard to get any more oomph on it. Woo!
Yeah, I was like, I turned to look at the side at the ad, and I was like, my cock, really?
And then, the stop, respect, rape women.
Yeah, I found that on Imgur today. Holy shit! I was like, did you like at all think about your sign?
Well, you
These-
saw that it says "Don't Dead Open Inside." That's a
Yeah.
whole subreddit for that kind of shit.
Yeah.
The TV show The Walking Dead, where
Yeah.
they had that.
On like each door or whatever.
Yeah, it was on the door.
But like clearly she didn't do it on purpose, but the person who posted it obviously recognized her.
Mhm.
All like just make them different colors or like put them in different spots. Come on.
You don't try to stack words like that. In
Oh,
general.
I drove underneath it.
Don't try to stack your words. And then I love the one I posted, which I've had saved on my phone for a long time, because the
Yeah, I wondered-
exclamation mark. No, more rape. Why is the exclamation mark not at the end? I don't get it.
You could have just mashed it in there. Like it
You
doesn't.
really could have.
Who cares if you didn't have that much room, right? Just mash it in there. It's a line.
It's also really funny because it looks like that's what the whole group is there to to argue for.
Yeah,
More
because
rape.
it's only his sign.
Yeah.
Of course, you had the people in the comments of the one that I found was just like, oh wow. They were like, well, are you really gonna convince people not to rape with this? Well, it's more like to raise awareness and shit.
Yeah.
Like I understand their like, oh I hate the clock sometimes. I understand what they're saying. Like, are you actually gonna if these people are pieces of shit like this? Are your signs really going to convince them? And like, yeah, I understand that. It is to raise awareness, so maybe like people will eventually teach.
And I would say that societal pressure is actually one of the strongest motivators. Not that like people don't think that there's. All right, teammate. Obviously, culture says not to rape, but having someone putting like a face to it like that, I could see that being. Oh.
Maybe it'll convince a couple people. I mean, any more people it convinces, that's good.
Yeah.
One less rape is better than.
Then there's always the fact that like rape is probably not usually premeditated. I bet it's more
Yeah, it's usually a
passion
crime of
thing
passion.
or like drunk thing, and you know a person can think it's wrong and still end up doing it because they're under the influence in the heat of the moment thing. But that's why you know there are things that need to be discussed, like guys that don't take no the first time.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. There's actually like a gray area in there that does need to be raised. Their awareness does need to be raised. And a sign saying "Stop raping" isn't gonna help because that guy he doesn't think he's raping. He just thinks that he needs to be forceful.
She wants it. She's just playing hard to get.
Yeah. Or just like she's drunk and you're taking advantage of her.
Yeah.
Like she said she wanted it. I was like, yeah, but she's also had 10 beers. She doesn't know what the fuck is even happening right now.
I hate that sort of thing. Like though, if both of you are drunk,
Sure.
and that I hate that where it's like, yeah, it's still rape. It's like, yeah, but who raped who then? You both raped each other.
Well, that's looking at it after the fact, someone else saying, but like if you're in control of your own wits, if you're not completely drunk, you know, that's something that you should be mindful of if you can.
Yeah.
Like if you're just too, and I mean, sure, that gives cover for people that like, oh, I had a couple of beers, and even though they weren't actually drunk, they just took advantage of someone. That gives them an out to be like, well, we're not gonna prosecute you because you were both drunk, kind of thing. But I think that's just something you're gonna have to accept. there's gonna be people that get away with it because of that.
That just happens.
'Cause you can't.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I was talking more about like guys who don't think of it as taking advantage of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, if both parties are drunk, and the one person wasn't refusing, they both like
Yeah.
were totally fine with it. The courts are more likely to go after dudes. Oh
Yeah.
my god, Virus is hosting.
That's not fair.
Oh, thanks for the host, Virus.
Oh hey everybody!
Oh hey, we're having a real heavy discussion.
We were making fun of Elon Musk earlier. You should have been there for that.
Yeah, that was a little bit more happy.
Certainly made me happy.
Oh, I went underneath it.
You're watching the most intense hockey game ever played.
This really is. We're 3 minutes overtime.
Oh!
Oh, nice one, teammate. Nice one, team.
Damn it.
Tried to block it. Didn't have much. Oh, that match made me tired. Made me sleep.
Oh, dig down.
Oh, you can't see my crab claw. So yeah. If you're gonna have a sign for your anti-rape agenda, please make sure it's not stupid. Any agenda, please make sure it's not stupid. That one that I saw that was resistance is fertile. I don't know what you're doing, but you're an idiot. I didn't know what he was protesting against, but he's an idiot, so. I instantly think, man, that guy's dumb. Why am I gonna... whatever he's preaching.
Couldn't be bothered to proofread how much has he thought through his opinions.
Yeah, fertile. What's up there, Virus? How you doing, oh heyo? You remember to say oh heyo instead of what's up.
Did you see the Japanese GIF I posted?
Yeah.
The
That's pretty fun. Freaking high beams. I had the awkward exchange today at Qdoba. Lady comes in, she's like, "Oh hi," I'm like, "What's up?" She's like, "Pretty good." Just wanted to laugh at her. But I was really tired because I went to lunch an hour late, so kind of lost track of time. I think I was making...
I remember 500 AM.
I do. Was he good?
I can't remember. I don't even remember if he was on our team.
I was making fun of Zach because Zach just bought a Nintendo Switch, and Octopath. He's like, "Dude, Octopath's amazing."
Oh,
you
should play that.
I was like, "It's pretty good." And so then over the weekend, he's like, "I was like, yeah, did you get Octopath time in?" He's like, "No." Oh, and I was, oh fuck. I was like, "Why not?" He's like, "Well, I just played Fortnite all weekend." And you know, back on the Piranha Plant discussion, I was like, this is why you don't know anything about video games. You only play one.
It's nuts how much Fortnite has sucked people in. I told you about that like friend from along here that we played Maple Story one time together. You know what that is?
Yeah, I saw the ad for the second one.
We played Maple Story one time. That's the extent of his video gaming that I know about. And all of a sudden he's playing Fortnite. It's just, what the hell? This game has captured the entire nation.
And like to be fair though, he only really plays like one video game in general. Like, he
Right.
plays. He's played thousands of hours of like 6 video games.
Thousands of hours, 6 video games.
Yeah, and that's like his life. But you guys quit playing.
What the hell?
I thought there was a connection issue. I was looking around.
Oh man, all 3 of them have bad ping. That's kind of
Oh.
unfair. Just
I didn't notice
just
that.
their side got fucked up.
Yeah, I was just like looking around, and I was like, "What? Why? Why? Are they playing a prank on us?" Yeah, I was giving him a lot of shit. I was like, "You just bought a Switch and like 6
What
games."
other games does he put a ton of hours into?
Diablo 3, PUBG for a while, Smash Bros. Again, like, he's got thousands and thousands of hours in Smash Bros. But didn't watch the Direct. Tried to like relate with me on the Direct. Didn't know anything about it. Didn't even know the names of the characters that he's hyped for. the plant guy.
I just love he looks OP. That's my favorite part.
He says that about everything. What the
Speaking of Diablo, did you hear about that whole thing?
My focus got lost there. Yeah, I did hear about that.
Did you see the guy that asked, "Is this an April Fool's joke?"
Yeah.
That's so good.
Wait, I heard about it. Did he say it in the conference or was it a tweet?
Oh no, he was there, and went up to the mic, and they even have question screeners, and they said, "What's your question going to be?" He's like, "I'm going to ask them about their inspiration for making the game," and he gets up and says, "So is this like an April Fool's joke?" And apparently he asked 4chan what his question should be. I don't know if that was doctored or what, but I saw they show someone on 4chan saying, "Hey guys, I'm at the Diablo thing, what should I ask?" And someone says, "Hey, is this an April Fool's joke?" Oh, god damn it. He even did like an AMA on Reddit. Like, "Hey, I'm the guy who asked Blizzard about their shit game." And have you seen the part where they say, like, everyone gets is going like, "Oh, what?" You know, because the guy said, "Do you have any plans on?" He's like, "You're adding a whole bunch of stuff that we've been asking for on PC. Is there any plans to take this and put it on PC in the future?" And like, "No, we're pretty happy with just Android and iOS."
They said, didn't they say something like, "Doesn't everyone have a phone?"
Yeah, that's where I was. That's the next thing I was gonna say is when they said that, the crowd guy was like, "Oh, what?" And he goes, "Oh, what's the matter? Don't you have a phone?" It's like that's not the problem, you ass. It's not that we can't play your game. It's that we don't want to play that. I see a Scooby-Doo meme about Blizzard. Oh fuck, I was looking at Discord. Yeah, EA Sports. Oh, you're actually EA Sports. It's just crazy because Blizzard always cranks out quality products. To see them kind of water their brand down like that is nuts.
There was apparently an inside report that said they were going to announce Diablo 4, but pulled it last second. Pulled the announcement. I obviously don't know their sources, and it's
I don't know.
But apparently an insider said that.
That'd be interesting if they would do something that stupid. But I mean, you know, if they announce Diablo 4, oh what the fuck? I thought Teammate was bad. If they announce Diablo 4, I'm sure most people will just kind of forget about the mobile game. Just maybe that's why they announced this first, is not to cannibalize the hype for 4.
Well, usually what they do with these sort of things is they go, "Hey, yo, we're working on this game, but you know, to tide you over until then, you check out this mobile game." Usually what happens. And
I
so
don't
it
know.
wouldn't
I mean,
like take away the
they're
hype.
really not angling for the people that show up at BlizzCon with that mobile game. They know those people are gonna hate it. But then it's also, you know, BlizzCon, and it's a game they're making, so they're like, well, it'd be weird not to show it, I guess. But now you've become meme of the week. I'd
Well,
actually be interested in Diablo 4 because I've never played a Diablo game, but I hear so many good things about it that I'd be willing to like jump on board now, or at least, you know, check it out, watch some reviews and shit.
I've watched people play Diablo. It's not kind of my kind of game.
Yeah, dungeon crawlers aren't usually for me, but this seems like the dungeon crawler, so I thought maybe. But you know, like I said, I've never actually tried it. I even after hearing all those good things, I was like, yeah, dungeon crawlers aren't for me. But maybe 4 would be the one to get me. Is kind of what I was thinking. But then they come out and they're like, mobile game. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go back to not caring about Diablo.
Definitely a thing that I'd want to see once it comes out. Oh. Though, to be fair, I kind of wanted to play Final Fantasy 14 for a little while, and while it's an MMO, MMOs are kind of crawlers.
I mean, I literally don't like dungeons. Is kind of my thing. Like, I don't like the aesthetic of just like we're underground and everything's rotten and shitty and crumbling. I mean, ruins are cool, but just being underground and like torches in the walls and like skellies, none of that appeals to me.
All kind of okay for me. I don't like medieval settings as much.
See, that's my oh, it's a one-punch man. I love medieval. Like that is the flavor that can make shitty things palatable to me, is like medieval sprinkled in. We have not gotten a single drop shot and barely any rumble. Oh my god. I've been obsessed with medieval stuff since I read Lord of the Rings back in like 6th grade.
I like sci-fi more.
It took me a little longer to get on the sci-fi train, but I'm obviously huge into sci-fi as well. I was like high school-ish before I started getting excited about sci-fi. I'm actually like really into hard sci-fi. I've read a lot of books where it tries to be more grounded in practical, real science.
I like the real science stuff. Stargate was like that. But it wasn't like super hard. You know?
Yeah, I meant like NASA level sci-fi.
Oh.
I like that shit a lot.
What is like Gravity or some shit?
Well, I haven't read that book, but I have read
the movie though.
Yeah, I liked the movie, and I liked the Martian movie and book. And there's a book called Seven Eves. It's really good. The opening sentence is like, on June 7th, the moon exploded. It just starts with the moon being destroyed, or well, like something going incredibly fast goes like straight through the middle of the moon and breaks it into 7 chunks, which is not that big a deal at first because, you know, it's all of the mass of the moon is still right there. It's just kind of like floating, so like it doesn't even affect the tides that much because all that mass hasn't gone anywhere. It's just separated. But the problem is they keep bumping into each other, and every time they bump into each other, they break into smaller chunks that have more chunks. I think it's called like the Kessler effect, where like each time it breaks into smaller chunks, you're gonna get more small chunks. Man, we're getting wrecked, man. So eventually, all the pieces it starts shattering. It like grows exponentially. There's like millions of chunks of the moon, and then they start crashing into Earth, and they have to build an International Space Station like thing to live on because the Earth is about to be
Fuck,
destroyed.
dude. You wrecked me.
Yeah, this team's good.
They know their snow day.
They do.
Controlled that puck with like he was holding a stick. Yeah, they're called sticks.
Yes, a hockey
They
stick.
don't have
Yeah.
they don't have a fancy name.
They don't. What kind of stick is it? It's a hockey stick.
I don't like the. I like the sci-fi that's a little grounded, but
But still, like,
know,
cool
still-
shit that we don't have right now.
yeah, I don't like
I
sci-fi
like
that's like Doctor Who.
Oh
It's-
god, yeah.
It's just literally like fantasy at that point.
It
There's
is.
no.
Star Wars is like that too. It's just we're gonna make our technology do whatever we want it to do for this scene. Oh, calculated.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that sort of thing. It's space wizards is what it is. I like wizardry. Don't get me wrong, and if it's flashy, it'll catch my eye. But when it comes to just a full movie,
That's the funny thing is I love wizards and I love medieval fantasy, but my sci-fi I want to be a little more grounded. And obviously, you know, you can have like anti-grav stuff, whatever.
yeah, there's some things that need to be just like hand wavy. Like this isn't. We don't know how this physically works. Because at some point it has to be fantasy or fiction, fantasy.
I mean, that's the point of sci-fi is that it's technology we don't currently have right now.
Yeah. Unless you get super grounded like gravity, literally. I don't think there was any stuff in gravity that we don't have now, right? It was just space station.
Yeah. Yeah, that
They
was
could've-
the well, yeah. Yeah, they
I mean,
didn't
they
have
could
any
have
tech
made
we
it.
don't currently have.
Either way, they
And-
could have done it.
And most of the stuff in The Martian was like, this is stuff we already have now. Just like it was set a little bit in the future, obviously, because he's on Mars. So it's like this is an improved version of what we currently have. I think that's my favorite is like slightly into the future from what we have now. It's like still interesting, but it's still grounded in the stuff we have. Like he was using like uranium as a power source kind of thing. It's like that's what we use on satellites. So
Stargate was like, you know, most of the Earth stuff was grounded, and then they had alien stuff that was just kind of hand wavy for a lot of things. But like, you know, the Goa'uld would have a healing device. What does it do? I don't know. How does it work? I don't know. But it's
I'm not
alien.
crazy about most sci-fi with aliens in it because there's obviously some exceptions. I think Arrival did a fantastic job. That movie's amazing. It's all about aliens coming in. It's about like trying to decode the language that they use.
I think aliens really depends again how aliens are done. But
Yeah.
aliens in Stargate, I like. They were literally like humans with a fucking symbiote inside of them, and the symbiote controls their brain. But then other aliens came about, which were like, "Hey, yo, we're kind of human. We're human mixed with bug, and we eat people." And then there's another one that's just like, we're people, but we're slightly more advanced and spiritual. And then there's another one where we're people, but we're made out of
I'd still take
machine
like
cells.
I'd still take shitty sci-fi over like romantic comedy though. Like sci-fi is just in general, it's gonna be a genre that's more likely to interest me.
Yeah, I mean,
Really-
if you were to tell me, would you rather watch Doctor Who or a rom-com? I'd be like, well, I mean,
With an exception, there are some really good rom-coms, of course, but I meant like it just
Yeah.
general sci-fi. Obviously sci-fi I like and sci-fi I don't like, but there's a greater chance that I'm gonna enjoy sci-fi than most other genres. Man, these guys, these SCPE guys,
Gonna be
I've seen them all day long.
Oh. Oh.
I thought teammate was gonna hit it.
They just go for it. You're in front of me. Oh god, I got bastard. And yeah, I don't like westerns too. I think those are just I can't. That was a combo.
I
Nothing
like
can do
I like
about
the
that.
Western genre, but there's very few Western movies that I've liked. But I love cowboys and revolvers and repeaters and shit.
Was Django Unchained? Is that a western?
Yeah, that's definitely a Western. That was it. Was a
I
good
like
one.
that movie.
Yeah, that was good. I've said before, 310 to Yuma is not only my favorite Western, but one of my favorite movies in general. It was really good.
I don't like westerns though, because like I need the flashy shit, right? So to me, westerns are anti-flash.
I don't like a lot of war movies.
Oh, I hate war movies.
I find them to be pretty dull after a while. It's like just kind of depressing. Everybody getting shot.
Oh, yes.
Punch and dislodged.
Get
How do you
fucked.
make that?
I just don't. In general, war is boring to me if it's modern shit. Nope. Nope. Ugh.
I really
Yeah,
like.
throw it in.
I really like. I like military stuff conceptually. As we've talked about, like I think guns are cool and interesting, and I know a fair amount about them, but I wouldn't like go down to the gun range one day just to fire some guns.
Just a lot of the war movies, like they had like the
Saving Private Ryan is incredible, but not
The war movies
every
they have.
movie is.
They all have that camaraderie and shit like that. I don't do that shit. Especially like a lot of it's like got this like I don't throw this word around a lot, but masculinity, right? Where they're just like, yeah, I'm gonna tough this out. Look at my testosterone and shit. I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me for a lot of those. I know. Like,
But you like love All Might.
yeah. Because I don't equate them with like masculinity. I equate them with like just anime Punch Man.
It reminds me, have you seen any of the Fate Stay Night show anime?
I've seen some gifs and stuff in the series.
Because there's a guy that I think you would absolutely adore in that show. Oh no! I got teleported.
Which
I
Fate
don't-
Stay
I don't
Night?
remember which one it is, but it was like the whole season was like one tournament, and it was shit. The dude was like Alexander the Great, like reincarnated or something like that, I think. But he has that boisterous, I'm gonna like save the day kind of attitude. I can't remember. Maybe it was Zero or something. But they're competing because like whoever wins the tournament, I think gets like whatever wish they want granted, something like that. No! Damn it. Tornado.
Oh! I think there's isn't it like Fate Grand Order too?
Yeah, I don't think it's that one. I can tell you once this match is over. Yeah, I thought Zero sounded right.
Ultimate Blade Works. I think that one's the one I saw where this guy like teleports swords in and then shoots the swords out. Oh, it was so cool. Like
That
gigantic
he's in
swords.
Fate Zero. I think you would enjoy Fate Zero.
I want the one where the guy teleports gigantic swords.
Yeah,
in.
he's in Zero, and he does some crazy shit. Because it's basically almost every episode is like someone doing crazy shit with their powers. Like every person in the tournament has nuts abilities. Had one of the best close combat fights I've ever seen, but also people doing absurd things. Get booted.
Oh,
Jaboot. Jaboot.
Jabooted. Just add jur in front of everything.
Oh,
Fuck, I can't. I can't, I don't have boost. There are two people that could teleport blades in. Only one of them is in Phase Zero.
I see. I didn't know there were multiple people who could teleport blades, but there's a dude in Fate Zero that is pretty ridiculous with his teleporting of blades.
Season 8 Grand Champ is really kicking our ass. That anime is on my list. Here's my shit list, starting from the top. Makoto Kusanagi. Simon the Driller. Characters from anime.
Is that right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, Fate Zero. This is a good show. I gotta admit, I watched another one of the Fate ones. I think I started Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works and kind of hated it, honestly. But Fate Zero like blew my mind. It was so good.
I need to put it on my list of things to watch, because I'm gonna very soon run out of Hunter x Hunter.
I would suggest watching like the first 2 episodes of Fate Zero just to see if you like it.
I'm gonna go into the Fate series eventually. I'm not gonna watch that next, I don't think. I still need to finish Durarara, but
It's just there's this one guy I think you'd really like. I'm trying to remember his name. Yeah, I can't wrap my head around the universe.
alternate
of Fates
universes.
I'm not gonna bother trying to figure all that stuff out. I watched this one season and I enjoyed it. That's as much as I'm willing to say there.
You should see the goddamn story of Blaze Blue.
I'm good.
That is, for one, the games, when you're playing the games, they're not, they don't explain it well enough. But then on top of that, they like have all these terms, and there's alternate universes and all this shit all coming together. One of the characters is another one of the characters, but from an alternate universe and timeline, and like, okay,
No thanks. So the guy with the crazy blades is called Gilgamesh. But The guy
Blade Works or Zero?
Zero. I don't know shit about the other one. This is the one I watched because it was good. The other one I did not think was good.
Okay, Fox thinks it's pretty good.
Right, and you are free to listen to his opinion. Yeah, yeah,
He's the one in
Gilgamesh
both,
is-
okay.
Yeah, because he's the one that had the crazy sword shit going on. Ryder, here we go. Iskander, King of Conquerors. He's got that attitude and that bravado that you find in All Might.
I usually like that sort of attitude. And Might Guy and Captain Falcon, kind of. Your best friend loves Iskander. Iskander.
Yeah, that my buddy would not shut up about it until I watched it because he is obsessed with Iskander. That's all he would talk about. I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good character, but he's like, I love him so much. He was one of the highlights of the show for me. But my favorite is the dude. Yeah, Saber's pretty great too. My favorite is the dude that just brings like guns and grenades and like takes down these superhuman beings. That guy was awesome. Holy shit, he sounds like the guy in Monster Hunter World.
Oh, the probably the guy with the white hair, right?
There you go.
Or the other commander
I
guy.
just posted it in videos.
Well,
guy-
I'm
this-
gonna watch
this
it
is the
right now.
This is the guy I think you're gonna really like.
Well, fine, I'll listen to it right now. Here we go.
I can
Oh,
make
Jesus.
I really think that's the guy from Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, that guy is a very, very popular voice actor. He's in a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of shit.
Saber is great. That's not a bad choice. That fight she had with the Lance guy, oh my goodness, that was such a good fight.
Much fun as this is, I gotta switch over video games. Cause I want to beat Yakuza totally in the next 2 days.
Kiritsugu, I think that's the guy I liked. Kiritsugu.
It's too much of a prick for me. Wow.
I mean, it's fun to watch him fight though. Is the thing. Like, I wouldn't put him as my favorite, but still.
Okay, I'm gonna go and switch games and BRB.
Have fun.
So,
Talk to you later.
bye, some bro.
Bye-bye.